What's going on, everyone? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hop into these levels. So for ES, we're still in a kind of a funky place. As long as we hold this 74.54, we can look for a move up to 75.40. And the downside play, we break under the 74.54. We have 74.11, 73.63. So we're going to use this, basically the 74.54 as a pivot. This could be a buy zone down here to the 74.11. So we'll see how it reacts. And for SPY, if you guys are trading options, you can hold 736. Got a pretty big move up to 744. Under 736, you got 732. So same thing with ES. If you can, this is still a buy zone, in my opinion, the 732. Same thing. You can buy. Once this 732 gives out, this is your real short down to 716. Pretty illiquid zone. You guys are trading NQ. What you want to see ideally is the 30,000 reclaim at this point. Over 30,000, you can see 380 or 30,609. If we reject 30,000, you could look for a short back to 29,000. And under 29,000, you could take a short down to 28,640. And if you guys are trading Qs for options, at this point, you want to see 722 reclaim, TP 735, 737 is your target. You could reject 722 as well. If you fail to reclaim it, you can look for a short back down to 697. And under 697, you got 667. So it could be a pretty big short, but for now, we'll just target 667 or 697. You guys have any questions? Going on, guys? How's everyone's weekend? Good? Really not a fan of this chart. Do like the shorts up here at this value area high. I want to get in 10 minutes before the market opens, but ideally take this back to 54. I'm going to try it. I'm looking to take this back to 754. We break under 54, 55. Most likely we're going to come down to that 38. I would say full TP be like 42. Somewhere in that zone. I'd be looking for these lows to retest. Anywhere right here be my sell zone. I'm going to try to remove my limit order at open if we just flush. Because ideally I think we can get down to this 40. It's like 35 to 40, yeah. Ideally I want to front run that 40. Got to break this 57. Might just lock it in if we start bouncing right here. If we get to like 57, it's done. We should just push first just this value area high, and then most likely we're coming down to this 40. The 57's got to fail. Come on. I just don't want it to bounce at open. We got 3 minutes. The selling pressure's there right now. See if we get it. Starting off the day with looking like a 10-pointer, just about 8 points. Won't fill me. Come on, just fill me. Dude, how's it not filling me? Well, that was a beautiful scout. Bottom tick. Bounced right off of it. That was a great way to start the morning. Look for a retest to like 62, 63 now. We can open up, get a push. I would look to short. If we could start closing under 54, I'm going to look to get back in. See if we could break this. You need that 54 to fail. There's the open. You should get it at open. I just want to see a spike up. Yeah, let's see if we hold right here off this value area high. I'm looking for like 60. I wanted like 62 again. You're most likely, if you held that at open, you should get this 40 at that point. Yeah, here it goes. Right to our full TP. It looked so good for short. I just wanted one last pop. I hate playing pre-market. Remember, 41, 42 ideal. Almost hit 44. You want to front run that value area low, or at least trim along the way. Could have targeted the VWAP, 48, 49. You tapped right off it. You wicked below it. It reclaimed. So ideally, you sit on your hands at this point. I'll see. That was a nice trade, one and done at open. Freaking 30 seconds into the day. That's it. I mean, it's still early. If you have a buffer instead of just hopping off, just size down. I don't know what you went in with cons, but just split it in half and whatever your P&L is for the day, give back like half, you know? So like if I'm up 200 bucks, like ideally say I'd give back 100. After that, I'm out. If I stay green. Some days these when you get the buffers like this, you could not be more risky, but you could. This thing looks like she wants to squeeze. Um, you could be a little more aggressive. Yeah, I'd do like one, maybe two mics at top. Like I usually do 5 for light size, 10 for full size. I hate this chart. I mean, ideally now the longs are valid. It held the 74.54 we talked about. We swept it, right? Reclaim closed right above it, and now it should go. Yeah, no, right now we gotta wait. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to be somewhat not aggressive, but looking for nice setups. The sick part is over 74.54. There's like no liquidity above this. I have nothing for like 80 points. We need NQ to reclaim 30,000, which is a little shy. Spy popped right off that 736. Ideally, I'd like a 68 to a 70 entry for a pullback at this point. So like anywhere in here would be my buy zone, or it would be my buy zone if we hold. If it fails that, I'm just going to sit on my hands most likely till 10 o'clock, or unless something else presents itself. See, this is what I don't like about this market. Pumps up and then it just erases the whole move. Why you can't even chase. So let's see if we hold the value area high again, right? If they just trapped all these longs and we go under 54, most likely it'll be a short over 54. I still like the longs. Ideally, we're going to let this 10 o'clock candle close for the hourly. We can close over like 70. I will be biased to the upside. Over 70, I'd be looking to take this thing to like 7,500. You guys caught that open short. Just sit on your hands. You have a nice buffer. Just be patient. There's that 70 reclaim. Remember, we have a short week too. Friday's closed, I believe, for 4th of July. If I'm not mistaken. So, as long as we hold this 54 pivot like we talked about, bias long, if we start fading this out, we're looking for shorts back to that 74.11. Most likely VIX will retest this 18. SPY still holding 736 as long as it does. Bias to the upside. Qs most likely will gravitate to 722 as long as we hold the swap. And NQ, we're looking for a retest of that 30K. So NQ over 30K opens up the doors for the longs. If you reject that 30K, you look to take those shorts back down. They popped at 75. Anyone take that 74.70 right here? Just more high risk. I want a little more confirmation, but I do like how it's holding. You guys see this delta bubble? As long as we're over 70, it opens the doors up for 7,500. I'm most likely going to be waiting for that hourly close unless something significant changes. See what tech's doing. Tech's showing some strength, right? Tesla's holding that 384. She's looking to go push up to 401. Meta is mounted to the 564 level. As long as she holds this, you can push up another 13 points to 77. Amazon bounced off the 233 demand. Apple's rejecting that 288. She'll most likely come back down to 277. Nvidia is bouncing off that 194 demand. If she retest 200. And Microsoft is just in the middle of the range, right? Between 66 and 96. You're getting some mixed signals. Apple's selling off. Nvidia's pushing. So you want to see a little more correlation as well. As long as we hold that 70, I am biased to the upside, though. I want to see that value area high. Hold. Look at these bubbles. There it goes. Yeah, they're getting bigger. Should push to 7,500. Hold TP is 7,540. Which we talked about in the Discord yesterday, right? Over 74.54, you could see a nice 90-point move, as this is a illiquid zone. Big vid. How you doing, brother? Looks like she just wants to go. Just want to chase up here. The 75 was it if you guys took it. Or what was it? 70? Yeah, 75. You'd be up about 10, 11 points. Trying to be patient for 10 o'clock myself. So that was Thursday's high. We just retested at 91, right? That was Thursday's high. I hate Trade of 8. Screen freeze. See if we retest the high of these candles and hold. If this fails, maybe we come back down to the 73 as we have a little liquidity down there. She holds. We're going to push to 7,500. Tesla's still pushing. Meta's pushing. Meta just blasted off that 64, 564 to 570. Amazon's hitting that supply zone up at 242. Microsoft still sideways. Apple's still selling off. And Nvidia just hit high a day. So let's see if we set up for a short or we get that continuation today. As of right now, the hourly looks bullish, but I want to see this close. Just don't want it to flip. Everyone green so far. Hopefully everyone caught that short at open. That 91 was Thursday's high. You keep rejecting it. Under 79, we'll most likely see 70. 70 to 73. If the 79 fails, there it goes. We'll probably retest this value area high at this point. Could be the long, the retest, right? At 73, we just said 70, 73. I'm just trying to wait till 10. Could have been the retest. And we made a higher low if you guys caught that as well, right? So you'd have your low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So you're most likely going to push up. About 9 minutes till 10 o'clock. You guys took that 70, somewhere down at 73 long, 74. Target's 74.95. 94 at that point. 94.95. NQ's high a day. ES is flirting with high a day right now. NQ starts pushing. ES should just explode. Got 7 minutes till this hourly, right? 8:50. Yeah, 9:53. I would love for one last retest of that VWAP down around 60 would be ideal. I don't think we'll get it, but that would be the entry 60, 63. See, I don't like this candle right here. You guys see that? Could be topped out. That 91 was Thursday's high a day as well. Or fairly close. I think it was 91. We just tapped 89. So now that hourly went from looking super strong. I mean, it still looks decent, but I just don't want it to flip. That's why I'm waiting till 10. This flips and starts closing below 60. It's most likely just going to retrace. Yeah. Yeah. Qs are breaking down. SPY's retesting. That's what we said. We want to see ES at least retest this VWAP down around 60. So let's see if we get it. If we come down and hold between 54 and 60, we could look to take longs under this 54. Shorts are back on the table. This market's been lately has been pretty hard to read for the past, I'd say, 2 weeks. That's why we don't chase those candles, right? If your game plans let the 10 o'clock close, even though it looks super nice to the upside, just have that discipline. Really all you can do. I believe they're 5. Then I believe they're 5 trading days. Um, I don't think they're back to back. I think it has to be in that window. So you need 5 trading days to request a payout. I guess which firm you're on. Some might be 8. There's that VWAP retest around 59. I think we just hit it. Yeah, we just hit 60. It's breaking down. And that's why we do not chase those longs. We would have got clapped. We had that inverse hammer right here. That was the telltale. See the delta, the bubble started growing and the price didn't go up. Little divergence. Now we're just looking for that follow through. So that follow through is the break of 54. 54 fails. I'm targeting 44, 44.36. Yeah, between 44 and 26 to 36. Full TP 74.11. If we do get the full sell off, so it'll be at least a 40-point move. So be patient. Got about a minute and a half till 10 o'clock close. Yeah, if you're holding back, that's fine. You're still on those lives. Like if you don't trade today, it doesn't like make you reset. You just need 5 days before that request. As long as you hit the target and your threshold and consistency rule and all that fun stuff. Here's that 54. Let's see if we start flipping below this. Notice the pivot is 54 and it's almost 10 o'clock. Isn't that funny? Yeah, just size down. Try to run a few micros if you can, 5 micros. And just look for some clean moves. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just looking, if we break the 54, I like the shorts. If not, I'll do, if we just start chopping right here, I'll probably just call it a day. I haven't been crazy about this price action lately. Well, there's 10 o'clock. See if we get this follow through. There's 54. I'm going to probably go for it if we get a push back up. Oh, come on. They just dump it like that. Oh, dude, I hit it at 50. Whatever. All right, well, I'm in at 51. My stop's 54. I'm looking to take this to the value area low around 35. Actually, you know what? I'll just do. I'll do the low a day for a retest. Starts reclaiming this. I'm going to have to flip long. That's what I didn't want to get caught in. Yeah, this is about to get. Let's see. As long as we stay under like 57, 58, we still got that 44, 45 low a day in play. There's definitely more selling pressure as of right this second. Come on. We're staying under. We got to stay under the 54 to keep defending it. This is a huge pivot right here. Yeah, they're defending this freaking thing. Come on. Break back under 54 for me. Come on. My stop's going to be like 57, 58. Basically, BE. I'm willing to get back to 200. If we do get this follow through, though, this thing could drop to 35 fairly quick. I'll probably end up moving my limit order from 45 down to like 35. We just need some momentum, and we could break this freaking this 54 demand. We're flirting with it, right? I'll move down to 43 at this point. I'm really trying to get down to this 35 would be ideal. 44 we might do a little, might get a little bounce. If it blows past 44 though, it's you're going down to most likely that 26. You guys should be green. If you got in at 54, my fill was kind of shitty at 51. It spiked when I frickin' got in. See if we could take this down. 44 if you want to be conservative. I'm looking for a bigger move. I'm looking for like 36, ideally. If it starts bouncing like that, I'm just going to lock it in. Just take a fucking gate back. I sold it, guys. I'm going to see if I get a better fill. I don't like how it bounced like that. I'm going to look for a retest of 54. That 51 I had was shitty. Oh. I should have just locked in the 44 I had. Remember, that was $1.50. That would have been 350. Still like the short though. It sucks. I should have just added on that instead of sold. Yeah, there it goes. It's fucked. Damn it. Play that like shit. Maybe like a 52 retest or something. That'd be great. See if it makes a lower high or something real fast. I would love to get back in. So 35, 36, anywhere down here is full TP. But you're probably going to catch a nice 20 pointer. I blew that one. There it goes. Look at all that negative delta printed. Yeah, you guys should be TPing. Big Vin. Hopefully, you guys made some money back on those accounts. I'm an idiot. Absolute idiot. 42 to 98. Maybe take this down to nah, I want to. I can't. I'm on my main account. I can't do it. But on the evals, you know, man, 60 cons lined up already. But you saw me do it with those evals last week. Then you get to pop and then blow them up. Well, hopefully you guys caught that 54 to 38. You're most likely to get continuation. There's a decent amount of selling pressure still. I can't believe I fumbled that. I said it the whole time. Under 54, love shorts. Over 54, love longs. What happened to my payout? Can I use yours, Vince? If you guys are still in those shorts, just trail. So ideally, put your stop, around 45, the SWIC. Just keep trailing it. That'd be your best bet. If the 36 breaks, which it kind of looks like it wants to, next TP will be 26. Under 26, you have nothing until 11. 74.11. So play that accordingly, guys. You're a man, Vin. There's the rejection. Here comes that 36. Under 36, you guys got 26 lined up next. Shit ton of liquidity down there. Oh my god, dude. How'd I blow this short? I'm done. Pissed me off. It is. Dude, I had the 51 or 52. Like, I had it. And then it spiked. I should have added instead of adding. I don't know why I sold it. I was like, I don't want to go red on the day. Fuck. Goon. A goon. Yeah, under 36. 26 is in play. So just keep riding this wave. Yeah, my entry was 54 or 52, I think. Or somewhere around there. 51 and change. I had a fire entry. I got in on like this candle. On the retest of this. I'm saying it was like 20 points down the drain. Under 36, 26 is in play. Over 36, place your stop around 44, 45. That's how I would play it. You could bounce off this value area low, possibly, and, go retest this POC. Must be nice. I mean, I got liquidity down at 08. I don't see anything at 98. I got 08, and then I got shit ton down at 82. If we get down to 82, that'd be crazy. No, the short was the play. That's why I liked it at open or pre-market. They ran that 54. We caught this inverse hammer, even on the hourly, right? We caught that shit to a T right here. This candle. Took the shorts right here. I blew it. You guys made money. But ideally, that was a good read. There's that 26 we were talking about. Under 26, you guys have nothing to 11. It should just be a full-blown flush right here. I don't see 98 for overnight low. You should just flush right here. Big Vin, you still in? You guys, well, Jada, I know you're in. You guys should be up like 30 points. I can't believe I blew that. That was the play I wanted. I get out on the wick right here. It don't even make sense. I saw this right here. It started flipping, and I was like, oh, I don't want it to go back up and get caught. So I sold it. Faked me out and dumped. Here's that 74.11 coming. You're out, Vin. Yeah, 74.11 is coming. If 74.11 fails, we could try shorts again. Down to 74. What did I say? Where was it? Look, 74, 83, 84. That'd be our next setup. Yeah, I'm a rookie. I'm shot. It just doesn't make sense. Hey guys, I'm gonna short the 54. Breaks 54, gets out at 53. Yeah, here comes 11. I'm sick. That was the play I wanted. 54 to 11. Fucking bullshit. It's the one time. 54 break to 11. That's some bullshit. NQ still has a little more room. That's got like another 200 points. See if we sweep this 11. Most likely we are. Just looks so weak. I am sick, man. Oh my god. 40 points. Just clean short. Then the times I put on size, it does the chop bullshit. Yeah. Here's that 11 break. Then we got that 63 down there. Ooh, bouncing off the 11. That demand zone showing some shoulder. Buy holding that 32 to a T2. See how we're correlating? 74.11, SPY 732. Qs and NQ are in kind of no man's land. They still have more room down. If not, we could go look for that VWAP retest. So go push back to that 13 from here. Ideally, that is the long. Damn, just jumped 15 points as I was speaking. You just get over it. It sucks. I used to be chasing and then just size. You just get over it. You chase for so long that it doesn't even. It just doesn't really phase you anymore. Like that was a 40-point drop. I just missed all of it. It sucks. But there'll be another trade. So either from here we'll make a higher low, and then break the 74.11, so we can look for that, or we just kind of V-shape back up to that VWAP at 74.54, which I don't see that playing out right this second, but maybe for a lower high, right? That sucks for sure, but you just gotta accept it. Because this is where a lot of people, they FOMO the move, size up the long right here, breaks down, blow the account. Because that's not even like their trade, the trade happened. That was my trade, the break of this. That was really all I had. Now from here, we get a dead cat bounce. Now we have to wait for the next setup. You need, like I always tell you guys, the itineraries, and you got to kind of cross them off. If all three things kind of align or whatever you guys watch and it aligns, go for it. Just hop in the trade though and just start hammering the other direction because you missed the move. I've done that. Miss the short, I'll take the long back up. Thing just bleeds harder. So, like, at this point, ideally what I would do is, let me, fuck that, make a circle. Unless something on the 15-minute changes, I'll be watching the hourly and seeing how this starts to look, right? Because from here, you can play the 11 back to the 21. Or no, what is it? 33, right? The value area low. You can look for that dead cat bounce, like we were saying, or just play the VWAP retest. As long as you hold. But at this point, I would like this hourly to close and see if we start breaking down more or we start basing out at the 74.11. Looks like that was it. My man, Rome. Good man, Rome. He caught the 40-pointer. Someone go arrest the cop. That's a crime. Here's that lower high, right? Maybe this is the dead cat bounce right here. Push up, reject. Let's see. Or if we get some follow through. Ideally, I'd like to see the 33 hold somewhere up here. Up over this level, I would play the POC retest. That's really all I got left. Can't believe I missed a short. So the question is, do we V shape back up? Or do we start bear flagging, right? It'd be like this. Looks like she just wants to go. You see the momentum off this? It's picking up. Buyers are defending. It looks like buyers are defending it. Or do we break this and make another leg down? Like I said, over 33, I do like the longs. Just for a dead cat bounce, not for like a continuation trade. But here's that 33. As long as we hold this, this could be your long. Let's just see if it makes a lower high right here or we get the follow through. That's really all it comes down to. Will this fail and go back down? Or are we holding it goes to retest that POC or that pivot we had at 54? Notice how the POC is now at the pivot, the 54. So that's how we know our levels are correct, right? Because the POC was not even 54 this morning. She's rejecting. See if we make a lower high, right? Could play the break of the value area low at 31, 32. You could try the short right there. Place your stop around 40. If you want to play the continuation, I'm not crazy about it, but something you could do. See what tech's doing. Amazon broke through that 242. We hit 244. Nvidia selling off. Microsoft looks like it's not doing anything. Apple's still selling off. Tesla looks a little topped out right now. See if we get some more continuation to the downside. Also, Vin, I don't know if you have your footprint chart open. Look at the delta around that 74.11. Notice the color, how it flipped. Want to show you that, bring it to your attention. This looks like the long now. They bought it right back up. At one price hit 74.11 on the footprint chart. You notice that gray? A bunch of grays. I think your colors were set up the same as mine. That was the quick scout. We'll play the 11 back to the VWAP most likely. I wouldn't be surprised. Right. I said it could be a flag. And then break down, or it's just going to be a V-shaped recovery. All right. If they buy this thing back up, that's why I haven't been crazy about this market. It's just, it starts looking overly bearish, and then they just bounce it and just smoke everyone. And then the real move's happening like the Asian session, like a 60-point sell off or a 60-point run. And the New York session, we're getting this chop. Sucks. Should have took the 11 long. I mean, if we don't, I'll give it to 11. I'm probably over it. Like I said, I'm not crazy about these charts. If anyone took that long, they played options. We talked about SPY, the 32 to the 36. I think I even told someone this morning under 36, you could take the short down to 32. Looks like we're going to go retest. But this is what we need to see. Are we going to hold this 36 and go back up? Or are we going to make that lower high, right? It's going to go either way. Same with ES. Are we going to reclaim 54 and continue up? Or make a lower high and push further down? So that's why I'm not crazy about the charts, because there's really no direction, right? No direction yet. Personally, I think we're going to go test 54, though. Did anyone try that long over the value area low? That was the last play I had, value area low to the POC, right? That VWAP retest we talked about, which it basically just did. And SPY reclaimed to the 736. So this is the moment of truth. We either follow through, continuation, or reject right here. Otherwise, there's no trade unless you took that value area low long. Looks like she wants to push again. Will we hit 54? I mean, we already hit VWAP. That was TP. You take that long back up, Jada or Vin? This hourly flips over 70. I'm fucking hammering longs. I'll tell you that. You know how much strength that thing will be showing? Look at this. Came all the way down. Looks super bearish. Bought it up. We're starting to hammer out. If we start closing above this 66, just say 70, right? It's the buyers defended this. We're going to continue up most likely. There's that 54. They are not fucking around. So let's see if we reject this POC. This is what we're waiting for. If we reject this, we're coming back down to value area low. Around the 28. If we start holding this, we're going to push to the 65, 70. If we hold this, that does open the doors for continuation to the upside, which that's what I'm looking for. I can't believe they bought that up like that. 40 points in 20 minutes. So we're at 54, which was our pivot, but I want to see it close above this, right? Still looks strong. The buying pressure is there for the most part. I really want to see it close, though. I don't want to get caught at the top. All right, this could be the lower high. This would have been your high. This could possibly could be your lower high right here at that POC, right? This could be your short back down. What we're waiting for. You guys see that? That's what I'm saying. The Asian session's moving as aggressive as the frickin' New York session. Doesn't even make sense. Okay, this hourly is looking crazy, guys. I might have to go for it right here. Let me see if we get one last pullback. Come on, give me a 54. Oh, the volume's picking up. That's why I liked it. Freaking boosted right when. I'm just gonna try light size. This is more high risk. It just looks too good. I'm looking to add in on this as well. Put a limit right above it. So, well, let's see. Actually, we take that out. We could run back to 88. Uh, Yeah, I'm just gonna put 69.75. This is what I was scared of. If we get caught, I'm looking to add at this POC though. Looks like she wants it. Someone's absorbing all these orders right here. We got to break this out. We got to break out of this 65. We break out of that, I'm probably going to move my limit order up. I'm looking to take this thing back to high a day if we can. The tape's holding. I see 63s printing, 63s. I need the 65s to start printing. I need 65s. There we go. We got 64.75. We need 65. Start printing. There we go. Now we should start going. Come on. Give us the follow through. See, I don't like that. Yeah, she's going to reject right here, most likely, under this 50. As long as you hold 58, we're good, but under 58, it gets a little weird. Below 58, it's kind of sketchy. Over 65, it looks great. Give us the follow through. She's holding. Just got to wipe this freaking 65 out. Really, the best thing would be the 69. That's why I have the limits at 69. It can get stuffed there pretty hard. If it breaks out, it should just run back to the high of day. I'll see how it reacts up there. If it starts showing some strength, I might just start trying to trail this. I'll bring it up to like probably 80. Hourly looks great. This whole trade's kind of based off the hourly time frame, right? Gotta reclaim. Gotta get over this 69. If I don't get the push soon, I'm about to just fucking take it. I hate looks. I mean, it looks great. NQ looks like she wants to hold. They just need that follow through. Got to take out 68. 65s are printing back on Tate. Anybody in this long with me? You guys got the 54 entry. You guys sniped it. My entry was kind of shitty. I'm, come on. You know you want it. Come on. I'm just going to exit all most likely if we start rejecting this value area high. I'm over it. Wasn't even worth it. It's probably going to go. This might take a little while. Like if you guys look at SPY or ES and NQ, right? You pushed up. It could be consolidating right here. I mean, NQ, you could be flagging out, right? Ugly flag, but chop around in here and then eventually break out would be ideal. Almost like a cup and handle, right? My entry was so shitty. I needed like a 54. I would have had more meat on the bone. 63, which I wanted that push. It just kept failing 65. But I think I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm not going to sit here and force it. Yeah, we rejected that value area high. I mean, longs over 58 look good. They look better over 68, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys ended the day green, right? Yeah, there's that rejection under 58. You can come back down. We did the right thing. We saw it get absorbed, the value area high, locked it in for next to nothing, but it's better than getting the rejection, right? I'll see you guys tomorrow. If I see anything, I'll post it in the Discord throughout the day as well.